Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Today, we are looking at backpacking. I'm not sure if you know what that is, but it's basically the outdoor recreation of carrying gear on your back. People who enjoy hiking or being outdoors often go backpacking or hiking over the mountain to put up a tent to stay in for a few days. I'm happy to say that I'm not one of those people. I much prefer the hotel with a nice TV and air conditioning. Backpacking for me is not at all comfortable or suitable, but some people enjoy it. Backpacking involves camping or usually living outdoors somehow. In North America, people don't call it camping, they call it tenting, where simple shelters and mountain huts, widely found in Europe, are much rarer in North America. So they have tenting, whereas we have camping. In New Zealand, hiking over the mountains is called tramping, and tents are used alongside a nationwide network of huts. Isn't that interesting? So, as you can see there, in the UK we have camping and some mountain huts or places you can go. But in the US they don't have these, so they have mountain huts as well as what they call tenting. Isn't it strange how sometimes words are different across North America and Britain? I've never heard the word tenting used in the UK. And then in New Zealand, this idea of tramping, I've never heard of that either, but then I'm not really so interested. I'm the kind of person that waits at the bottom of the mountain in the bar for the others to come down. I wouldn't be trying to hike across mountains. When I was younger, maybe, but I'm known for bitterly complaining while anyone forces me to walk, so it's definitely not my idea of fun. We also have this thing called hill walking, and you put your backpack on and you can walk across the mountains. Backpacking as a method of travel is a little bit different because some people there use public transport during a journey, which can last months. So what's in a backpack and how do you recognize it? Well, backpackers usually have a bag on their back which is much bigger than other bags. It could include food, water, bedding, shelter, a stove, like little cooking kits. And because backpackers must carry their gear, the total weight of the bag and its contents, of course, is a big concern. Backpacking trips range from one night to weeks or months, so how much you can take with you is a big concern. I know for me, when I go on holiday, I'm like the Queen Mother. I pack up everything, and then slowly, a few days before I'm due to go, then I slowly unpack the ornaments, the TV, realizing that I can't carry it, We say this in England when we like to take a lot of things in holiday. We say, I'm like the Queen Mother, because the Queen Mother, when she was alive, used to have a huge entourage of things with her. There's also backpacking camps which are specifically for backpackers and a little bit better than trying to camp alone. And these are usually a little bit bigger than a basic campsite, and it allows you to take your backpack in the car. They also would have maybe showering facilities so you could stay clean. And in some regions, varying forms of accommodation exist. I never quite understood backpacking. I mean, why would I want to carry lots of things on my back to stay in a little tent overnight when I simply could have a lovely hotel? It makes much more sense to me. To have good survival skills when you're backpacking or if you're camping, you need to know a little bit about the weather, the terrain, or the environment. Also, you'd have to have some good navigation and orienteering skills. Of course, I'm talking about backpacking if you're going camping, but it could be that maybe you're going to take your backpack, catch a bus, and just go to the countryside. And you wouldn't need so many skills for that. Also, you have to be careful of dehydration, have some first aid skills, and also the golden rule of backpacking is enjoy the place, but take your rubbish home with you. Winter backpacking, now, there's something that's worse, I think. Even the thought of it is making me quite cold, because you'd need skis, snowshoes, maybe an instrument to break ice. Yeah, I don't, I don't think I'd be trying that, but it's a nice idea. So, just to recap then, backpacking is when you have a massive bag on your back full of things which can help you to survive. The people who backpack are usually people who are alternative kinds. You know, they just don't like public transport, or they have some issue with capitalism or staying in hotels, or they might just be fit people who like sports. But either way, they always look kind of alternative, and of course they're always young because when you get to my age you can't carry a backpack. You would recognize them, and they always prefer outdoor living. I think it's safe to say that these days backpacking is very common, but we have lots of modern conveniences now. People who do like public transport can simply take their backpack to a local place, get off the bus, or even go by train, you know. But actually walking and backpacking would probably be a little bit more unusual here because of our weather, although in North America it seems to be quite a big thing. Backpacking is good probably for families, but I think it can be a little bit dangerous, especially if you don't drink enough water. So if you do see a backpacker in the next few days, that's a man with a big bag on his back. If he's British, he's probably hiking across your country. I don't know why we do that. You know, this is one of the weirdest things about being British. Some people go to other countries and then hike across them. I mean, why would you do that? I know that when I was younger, traveling across Europe, it would be okay to go walking a lot between countries. But, oh no, I can't imagine that at all. But yeah, young people now, you know, they have opportunities and different travel opportunities that I think I didn't have, you know, to go hiking over Japan, or for a group to go walking over certain places. Yeah, it's very interesting, and it's a good hobby, and it opens your mind. But can we ever escape technology? I mean, even if I did go backpacking, and I can assure you that I have no intention of doing that, but if I did, I think I would probably want at least a tablet with me. I mean, tablet as in iPad, not as in medication, although my paracetamol would be, I'm sure, in the bag as well. So I don't think we can live in that way. I'd want my mobile phone as well in case I get lost. I could always look at the maps, you know. So lots of things to think about there, but no, oh no. Maybe you enjoy backpacking when you're visiting different places. It's definitely cheap, that's for sure. especially if you want to avoid high hotel costs. You can book into a little motel, as they call them in America. It's just a very basic room, somewhere to rest for the night. Backpacking across the Way of San Diego, now that's a common one in northern Spain. Camino de San Juan Diego. It's a route you can walk across, and many Spanish people do that. No. I was invited to do that when I lived in Spain, but the answer was no. Just find me a nice hotel near the end, and I'll meet you there. That would be beautiful, and I'll be happily waiting at the bar when you arrive. Yeah, so that's backpacking. People who carry big things on their back. And there's different types of backpacking. There's ultralight backpacking to minimize the weight. There's an American system called through hiking, which is walking a long distance trail, which is designed for that purpose. There's trail riding, where you can go on a bike and carry the stuff in your saddlebag. Bicycle touring, canoeing, kayak, camping. Oh no. I don't like water. I'm British. We're surrounded by water, but we don't usually learn to swim because it's too cold. Well, there we are. That's backpacking. So, see you. Bye.